Hey friends, after a weekend of some virus hitting me and making me sick, I'm finally back on the mend, and I just wanted to talk to you about how I'm going to make some changes to my YouTube channel, good changes I think, while I have to drive some packages to the post office and make a grocery store stop for, of course, because we drive everywhere, I have to also stop at the grocery store and get sugar-free ketchup because we don't have any. Anyway, it's also a rainy, gloomy day, so I thought I'd just bring you along with me. It's beautiful though. I mean, I'm gonna switch you around so you can see the fall colors as I drive a little bit. Tilt it up a little. But the trees are turning, you can't even see. It's got a blur. Anyway, the trees are turning. It's a beautiful rainy drive to the grocery store, but it's still a drive, man. That's a drag. That didn't work out as well as I thought it would. The camera decided to focus on inside the car and blur everything outside the car, so I couldn't show you the fall colors anyway. But what I've been doing with my channel is that I've been doing one video every Wednesday and another video every Saturday. And I was going to do, like, the Wednesday video would be what's going on here or comparing our cultures here, like the driving culture thing and stuff like that. But then the Saturday would be like my armchair exploration of somewhere. But I've decided, on the encouragement of several other people in this expat community that are either planning on moving as well or are already there. Thank you. Shout out Jeff the expat. So I just wanted to talk about how I'm going to change, because Saturdays are going to be for going live now. I've decided that I don't want to interfere with the Sunday live people. So on Saturdays, I'm going to be going live probably at 3 p.m. Eastern, which for 1 week will probably be 8 p.m. France time, but then we'll set our clocks back and it'll become 9 p.m. France time in the weeks thereafter, because we set our clocks back a week late. Go figure. I don't know why. That we all do it differently. I really hate time change anyway. I wish we didn't do it at all. But today I'm mailing a special package of a pastel painting I did for my cousin, who also is an art client, and now she's a collector because she's bought 3 paintings of mine, and had commissioned me to do a painting of her adorable little Yorkie. And so that's what I've been working on, and I'll show you. I'll put a little photo of the completed piece up. I'm going to do a tutorial on my art channel probably about values regarding this pup, because somebody just buzzed by me and it scared me. They were going too fast, and my little Kia Soul rocks when somebody goes by too fast in a bigger vehicle because the wind. Anyway, I'm on my way to the post office. This is a beautiful street that I'm on. I love this street. It's called St. Mary's, and it goes from the highway I live on across to the post office downtown, and it's just gorgeous. I hope you can at least see some of it out my windows behind me, because when I try to turn it forward, it blurs everything outside. But the fall colors are just amazing and beautiful. So I'm going to mail that to her today because it's finished, and then on my art channel I'll put up a tutorial later on how to get values correctly, because in art, and I know this is my moving to France channel, but it's part of my life and it's part of what's coming with me. In art, it's more important to get the values. That's get your darks the darkest and get your lights the lightest, than it is to get accurate colors. Because you can do a dog, for example. I didn't do this one, but you can do a dog and change its colors to purple and pink and all of these other colors, and it'll still look like that particular dog if you get the darks and the lights and the in-between values on the animal. And plus, if you capture their eyes, come on. the eyes are definitely the windows to the soul where painting portraits goes. So I'm going to be sending that to her. And I recently also finished an acrylic paint portrait of some friend's horse, Duke, and I presented that to her this past weekend. And I got it, yay. I was hoping I had the likeness. I was confident I had the likeness, but the fact that she saw it and got tears in her eyes made me realize, yes, I did get it. I got it. And his eyes are what did that too. And I'll show you a picture of that too. I've shown you already, but I'll show you another. I'm just going to pull straight ahead because this other person wants to back out. And I don't want to be in their way. So I'll be right back. Package dropped, receipt got. I insured this one, of course, because it's painting. And if it gets damaged in the mail, I would like to get a return on that and not just have to refund the money without the insurance. So I paid up for insurance on shipping. And now heading to the grocery store because my husband's already taken a break to go to Aldi today and get some of the groceries we need, but found out that forgot to put ketchup on the list and we are out. And I like to get the sugar-free stuff, so I'm going to, since Food Lion, our other grocery store in town, is actually on the way back home, I figured that's easier than going to the other side of town, to the Aldi. And after this video, this is a short one that I'm going to put up tomorrow, Tuesday, just talking about what I'm going to, the changes I'm making to my channel. Every Tuesday is going to become the video where I talk about some of the things I'm doing here and some of the differences between what goes on here in the United States and what goes on in France or other parts of Europe. And so Tuesdays is going to be dedicated to that, the decluttering, dreaming, departing, and a little DIYing in between for moving to France, and some of my daily life stuff, and also talking about daily life here versus potential daily life there. So that will be Tuesdays. And then Thursdays will be more of the explorations we're doing of different areas of France and how they, and actually different small cities. We're going for a medium-sized town look, or place. We want a place that has good public transportation, but isn't huge. And again, it depends on if my husband happens to get a job within France that he has to live where he works. We're assuming that that's probably a lower chance than if he got a job working for a French company but works remotely. Since he works in data analytics and informatics on the computer, it's not likely that he'll have to stay and work locally and go into an office, but you never know. So the Thursdays will be our explorations and deep dives into these locations. We don't want to be in a big city. So while we're looking at Bordeaux and Toulouse and Lyon and some of these places, and I'll be talking about them, we would prefer not to live somewhere that's so huge, because those are big cities. Marseille is one of those big top 4, and we've already ruled Marseille out in my lap when I was talking about us having gone there and in our last video. So I will be doing armchair explorations and deep dives into these medium-sized cities, and I'm talking anywhere from 30,000 people to 150,000 people is kind of what my idea of medium size is. Pulling into the grocery store parking lot, and I like to go around to the other side because it's less crowded. It's also pretty, even in the parking lot, the trees are pretty right now. This is my favorite time of year because everything gets prettier. I like green as well, but all of these fall colors are just beautiful. And I'm a little bit underdressed. I'm kind of chilly today. And I'm going to pause you this time because my phone's going in with me. And not getting left on the dashboard of my car where somebody would see it. Because just like in places in France, people will break a window to get something that's technology. So be aware. Okay, groceries got. So now it's time to go home. And I'm going to start cleaning up my art room, my studio, and start really packing things. By the way, if anybody's interested in my doing an acrylic animal portrait or a beautiful painting of sun coming from between the trees, I will show an example, or a pastel portrait of your pet. I don't do people so much. I've tried, just not I don't get enough enjoyment out of it to spend that amount of time, but I love doing portraits of pets and animals, or even special commissions of a particular kind of animal that might not be your pet. So shoot me an email. It's in my information if you're interested in commissioning a portrait, and I will tell you what the price list is. Excuse me, I'm still here in the US, so those of you in the US obviously will get better shipping rates than if you're over there already in Europe. So those of you in Europe, just wait till I get there. I was going to just make my business purely doing retreats for women who want to reconnect with their creativity, and that is definitely part of what I do, because I want to combine my experience in, I'm very crooked. I want to combine my experience in having been a mental health professional and having been a teacher in public schools and at a college level, and a teacher of adults too, for some adult education. I wanted to be able to combine those with being an artist and with helping other women to understand that they can reconnect with their creativity as well. Men too, but in my community it's women, and my retreats will be pretty much focused on women. Maybe I'll do a couples retreat sometime in the future of couples who want to get creative together, but I just don't know yet. I haven't worked that out yet. And I thought maybe I would just stop producing art and getting commissions and doing those things, but I just love it too much. I have to create. I can't, and I love to sketch, and urban sketching scratches that itch too. And I'll be teaching urban sketching and maybe even doing urban sketch day tours for people wherever we happen to live. But I really need that outlet of painting and working in pastels, painting in acrylics, and doing those kinds of things. So I've kind of changed up what I'm taking with me and what my plans are to keep all three of those creative things together. Doing pastel portraits and work, doing acrylic paintings and portraits and work, and also urban sketching and doing ink and watercolor pieces while out urban sketching. So I'll be teaching and doing all of those things once we've moved to France. And now I'm still taking commissions and I'm still doing work because I need to make money before we move to pay my bills, to pay my side of the bills. I can't leave my husband strapped with all the bills. So I'm continuing to take stuff. This Friday is last Friday in our town. It's a last Friday art walk. I don't know why they didn't say final Friday. They missed a chance there. But I'm going to have a tent out on the lawn, and it's Halloween, which is my wedding anniversary also. So my husband and I, he's going to come help, and we will spend our anniversary evening on Halloween dressed up and also selling what's left of my art, and trying to do a big sale so all my prints can be sold, and I don't have to take as much with me that I don't want to take with me, but I don't want to leave them behind. They're really high quality prints. So I'm going to mark things way down and try to sell as much as possible because it's my last show of the year, but I feel that I still need to offer my services for commissions, especially this time of year. It's holiday season. Somebody might want to commission a pet portrait for someone else that they love in their lives of their pets. So I've got at least 3 openings right now. Well, actually only 3 openings. It's almost the end of October. So I have 3 openings that I could do a pet portrait that a person would be able to have by Christmas or by the holiday that they celebrate in December. And that's it. It's limited, and I feel torn because I'm also trying to declutter and do all this stuff so we can leave, or so we can list the house in the new year and leave in the spring. But I don't want to stop producing while I'm doing all this stuff. So all the DIY and decluttering stuff is just going to have to happen around my job, which is as an artist. Anyway, I'm back home. I just wanted to let you know kind of what's in store in the future for this channel, but I really want to step it up and talk not only about what's going on here and comparisons between here and there, but also about what we're really heavily exploring there. And then that will leave Saturday for lives, where we can all just chat and enjoy ourselves and talk about what's going on in your life, what's going on in mine, and any questions that you might have, or just conversations we want to have. So I will see you Saturday for live, but Tuesday is when you'll see this. It's Monday today. And Tuesdays will be this kind of stuff, day-to-day stuff that we're doing, plus comparisons. And then Thursday will be the next exploration of a place in France, to see if it's a place where we can live, especially to see if it's a place where we can live without a car, at least for the first year. You know, we might eventually get a car so we can explore nooks and crannies, but there are services in France called Blah Blah Car. Number one, that's where you can hitch a ride with someone who's already going that way to go somewhere that the train won't go. Or there are other car rental services where you can just rent a car for a few hours and not pay an arm and a leg for like Hertz or those big companies. So there are ways to do stuff without having to purchase our own car or have a parking space or a parking garage or any of those things. We just don't want that anymore. So our explorations will be centered on, can we get around, especially within the place we live, without a car, and does it have a train station? Anyway, that will happen on Thursdays. And then again, like I said, Saturdays are going to be for live chats. So I will see you soon. Please hit that like button, the thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and just want to go along for the ride and see what it's like for people who have decided to pack our things that are precious to us and our 3 little animals and get us to France. So we will see you soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, bye, bye. Tell me if you know where that's from.